In around 2014, online dating dropped into mainstream culture like a ton of bricks with the release of Tinder. Out of nowhere and without warning, our dating lives changed forever. At its core, the reason dating apps are popular is because it gives us access to a wider variety of potential dates that we otherwise wouldn't have the chance to meet. This is the core function of a dating app. Everything else is just window dressing. Because of this core component, dating apps are never going away. They will, however, adapt and evolve. These are my 5 predictions for the future of dating apps. Dating through virtual reality. It will become commonplace to do first dates in a 3D virtual space wearing a VR headset from the safety of our bedrooms. You will choose your environment. Some will choose a simple cafe, bar, or restaurant. Others will choose to date watching the sunrise on top of a mountain or sitting by a river or at the beach. And the eccentric among us will choose to have their first dates in an anime-style fantasy world or perhaps inside Hogwarts. Those interested in BDSM may decide to have their first date inside a BDSM dungeon. It will become the norm to have first dates inside a VR space instead of inside reality. How do I know this? Because it makes perfect sense. Meeting a stranger inside a VR space is safer than meeting them in reality. There's no risk of sexual assault, so women will be more comfortable meeting men they don't know and will likely agree to more dates this way. Instead of getting dressed up, putting on your makeup, and traveling across the city to a bar somewhere, you'll be able to do the entire date from your bedroom in your underpants. First dates can often be disappointing, and it can sometimes feel like a waste of time and money. But with VR dating, you won't have to pay for drinks at a bar or food at a restaurant, and women will be able to simply log off if a man makes an offensive or creepy comment during the date. AI matchmakers. AI is becoming more and more sophisticated as the years go by, and we're constantly surprised by how fast and how powerful it gets. In the future, when you sign up to a dating app, the inbuilt AI matchmaker will ask you a series of questions to determine your personality and interests. It will use information such as which profiles you look at the longest, how quickly you respond to certain messages, whether you initiate chats, and the content of your chats. If you allow it access to your private data, it will search through your photos, your browser history, your private messages, what kind of content you watch online, perhaps even your preferred type of pornography, as well as the previous girls you've been in a relationship, and all of these things will inform the AI as to which partner to match you with. It will use all of this data to match you with partners that you have the highest chance of getting along with. The algorithms will be tested, retested, and retested again. The AI will learn by itself, becoming more and more sophisticated the more data it receives. Eventually, it will become incredibly successful in pairing couples together. So much so that we will look back on our current time at how we used to swipe through faces on Tinder and choose a partner based on just a couple of photos, and we will feel shocked that that was ever how we dated. Or even more primitive than that, we will be shocked that people used to approach strangers in public. However, there may be one impediment to AI matchmakers. That is, that online dating apps have no incentive to find you the perfect partner. Instead, they make more money when people stay on their app and do not find a partner. After all, if somebody finds their perfect partner, they will have no more need for the app or the service, and the company will lose a customer. So dating app companies may purposefully try to reduce the effectiveness of the AI matchmaker tool in order to keep customers coming back to their services. Reviews and ratings. You know when you take an Uber and you rate the drivers 5 stars. You know when you stay at an Airbnb and you rate each aspect of the apartment you stayed in. Well, soon you'll probably be rating humans. On each online dating profile, you will see reviews and feedback from other previous dates that this individual has been on. One interview might read, "Had a great time with Mark tonight. He's hilarious and actually really creative. Unfortunately, I'll be moving to a new city soon. Trust me, ladies, don't pass on Mark." Another review might read, "Stay away. After we arrived, he weirdly insisted on buying me a drink. Like, hello, I have my own money, thank you very much. Overall creepy guy. Avoid like the plague." While some will find ratings like these dehumanizing, others will enjoy being able to check the reviews of others before going on a date. Ghosting will become less common, as doing so will cause your rating to drop. Men won't be able to use apps to sleep with women and never speak to them again, as these women will leave negative reviews below their profile. Women won't be able to lead men on and use them for a free meal, as men will be warned beforehand by the reviews under their profile. And of course, sexual assault will be greatly reduced by a rating system like this. The downside of all this, of course, is that people will feel under a lot of pressure to act in a particular way on their dates. They will feel forced to put on a polite front and will feel less able to be their authentic selves. But for many, women in particular, they will feel the trade-off is worth it if it means they don't have to worry about being sexually assaulted. Number 4. Customize your date. On many dating apps, you can filter your matches by criteria like height, weight, income level, whether they're a smoker, drinker, do drugs, and so on. The dating apps of the future will go further. You'll be able to filter your matches right down to the most minute details by occupation, eye color, by the attractiveness level of the bone structure of their face, by their style of beard, or by whether they have cheek dimples or not. You may be able to simply upload a photo of your ideal man or woman, and a program will use facial recognition technology to scan the photo and find other people who look similar to that photograph. If you feel like going on a date with someone who looks like Prince Harry on one particular evening, you'll be able to simply upload a photo of him and you'll be able to find all the men in your city who have ginger hair, ginger beard, and blue eyes. When you have such a high number of people living in one area, like New York, you have a big enough sample size whereby you can essentially customize your date as you like. The richest and most attractive men in the world will be able to filter down the exact woman that they want and match only with those particular women. Less photos, more videos. We will soon see our current dating apps as a very primitive technology. Right now, we swipe through still images of photos, read a bit of text, and then make our decision on whether to match or not. In the future, it will be far more common for users to advertise themselves on dating apps using video. Some may choose to film a day-in-the-life episode of them going about their business to give romantic partners an insight into their lives. Others will create well-edited trailers to advertise themselves as a dating prospect, and men will be judged on the quality of their trailers. The more humble among us may stick with a simple vlog style video as they talk about themselves on camera. The fact is, online dating is about advertising yourself as a dating prospect, and videos are simply more impressive and eye-catching than simple photos are. For this reason, those who advertise themselves using video will have an advantage against those who don't, eventually causing videos to become the norm. These are my 5 predictions about the future of online dating. Let's see in 10 years if I'm correct.